Today is Tuesday, Parashat Yitro. Parashat Yitro is named after Yitro, is the father-in-law of Moshe Rabbeinu. He actually had more than one name. He had several names. But Yitro, the name Yitro is because, as Rashi explains, Yiter, he added one portion in the Torah, which is included at the beginning of this parasha, where he gives advice to Moshe Rabbeinu. He notices that Moshe Rabbeinu is overworked. Everybody comes to him for questions, for dealing with different situations, and what Yitro says, you should delegate responsibility. You should appoint lower courts, lower judges to deal with the small issues, the small, not as complicated situations, and only the things that are the most difficult will come all the way up to you for a ruling. But in general, it is something that would make more sense than to have everything on your shoulders. Good advice, and of course, it's a good advice, so Moshe follows the advice, but the idea is that he gave this concept to Moshe, and he added that one portion of the Torah, and therefore the parasha, the whole parasha is called after his name. But the parasha is known for the very important event, the epic event of receiving the Torah on Har Sinai, receiving the Torah on Har Sinai in the Ten Commandments. The Ten Commandments are organized basically in two columns of 5 commandments in each column. On one side is the 5 commandments that have to do between man and Hashem, and the other 5 on the other side are between man and his fellow man. However, there is one commandment, one commandment which appears in the column between man and Hashem that would seem on the surface to be between man and his fellow man, and that's the 5th commandment, which says, Kabed et avicha ve'et imecha, respect, honor your father and mother. But wouldn't we think that that is between man and his fellow man, because after all, his father and mother, they're also people. But it's included in the portion, in the column between man and Hashem, because there are 3 partners in a person: his father, his mother, and Hashem. His father and mother give him the physical aspects, they each contribute a certain part of the body, so to speak. Hashem gives the neshama, and therefore there are 3 partners in a person. And when Hashem respects his mother and father and has gratitude towards them, show them honor, because after all they were responsible for bringing him to this world, it's actually training also to have respect for Hashem, because Hashem is the general partner, so to speak. He's the one that made it all possible and gave the neshama. And it's an important concept that we have to follow the 10 Commandments. And Chachamim tell us that if you look at the 10 Commandments, they comprise actually all the mitzvot of the Torah. They're like headings for different mitzvot of the Torah. And one cannot separate one from the other. One cannot say, I'm going to just do the mitzvot between me and Hashem. No. You have also between you and your fellow man. And you cannot say, I'm going to just to be very humane, very nice to people, but I don't have to. No, they both are part of the same unit. You need both Torah shebichtav and Torah shebe'al peh. You need the written Torah and the oral Torah, but you need the Torah that is the mitzvot that apply between you and Hashem, and between you and your fellow man. And that's why when we see the 10 Commandments that were in the Aron, in the Ark, that was in the Holy of Holies, above the Torah were these 2 angel-looking, these 2 cherubim that were facing each other with name Ish El Achiv, to indicate not important just of what is between you and Hashem, symbolized by the holiest place in the world there in Kodesh HaKodashim, but also between you and your fellow man. So these 2 aspects are both major parts that are mentioned in the 10 Commandments. One column between you and Hashem, one column between you and your fellow man. They're all together, and respecting your father and mother is a sort of a bridge between the 2. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen.